Hey guys, welcome back. We know you've missed your two favorite teachers more than anything out there. But today we're here to talk about 6 times tables. Alright, so we just read Snowflake Bentley. Now, who remembers how many branches were on each snowflake? Oh, sorry, I can't call on you when I'm on here. So just shout it out. How many snowflakes were on, or how many branches were on each snowflake? That's right. Our lucky number 6. There were 6 branches on each snowflake. Now, we're working with 6 times tables, and for me, that can be a little bit scary. But you shouldn't be scared because you guys are smart. So, let's take a look here. So if we have 2s, let's look, what do we notice when we look at the 2s and the 6s? Of course, 2 and 6, we know that 0 times 0, or 6 is 0. We know that 2 times, I can't see those. All right, anyways, as we're looking at those, notice that, as we're looking at those times tables, that 2 times 3 is 6. We know that 4 times 3 is 12, and so on and so on. We can even go all the way down here to the bottom, and what do we have there? We have 20. 20 times 3, that'd be count by 20 3 times, right? 20 plus 20 is 40. 40 plus 20 is 60. Okay, so see how that works? All we have to do is whatever it is, we times it by 3. Okay, pretty simple, or by 2 on this case if it's a 3. So, but what if, all right, these are 3s. My goodness, I am struggling this morning. You can tell it's been a break, right? So, if we times it by 3, what do you notice there? Of course, the obvious, the 3 and the 6 are the 0 and the 0 and the 1 and the 1. But let's say if we went to 6 times 2, what do we have? 12. Then we have 9 times 2, best times table, 18. And then if we go all the way down, we know that if we have 30 times 2, we get 60. Okay, so see how that works? Now, let's take a look. So this is the way we can break them down. We can always decompose these. If you're afraid of 6s like I used to be, which I think I'm getting over it now, and I don't know. Oh, I was trying to figure out why that disappeared. All right, but look, we've got 6 times 4, right? And I know most of you already know that, right? Oh, I heard some of you shout it out. Don't shout it out yet. All right, go ahead. What is it? 6 times 4 is 24. So we could break that down. We know that 6 is the same as 2 times 3, and then we have to have that times 4. But the associative property means if we switch the numbers, we would get the same answer. So let's make it a little bit easier. Now, why do I say let's make it easier? Well, because I don't want to have this be hard for any of us, right? So I'm going to use the associative property. And that means I'm just going to take those 2 brackets that are around the 2 times 3, and I'm going to move that over to the 3 times 4. And you guys can do that one. That's pretty simple, right? Okay, so now we've got 3 times 4 is 12, because you know your 3s and you know your 4s. Then times 2 is 24. So we got the same answer as 6 times 4. Just a different way for us to solve it, right? Let's try another one real quick. And I'm going to try to read this backwards. And it looks like we've got 5 times, oh, you know, I want to do it the other way. I want to do the 6 times. Way to go. All right, so 6 times 5. Now, how would I break this one down, or how could I break this one down? You guys already know this one, right? You know that 6 times 5 is 30, right? So, but let's break down that 6. That's the same as 2 times 3. So 2 times 3 times 5. Switch that over to there and do 3 times 5 is 15 times 2. 2 times 15 is, that's right, it is 30. So it works either way. So we can break them down that way. If you're scared of your 6 times tables, that's one way we can break it down. Now, what you're going to do now is, I'm going to have you work, if I can get there. It's time actually to do your worksheet. So that's how we're going to do that. You've done your 6 times tables. You're going to be ready to pass those off in no time. Watch how to do, well, you guys know how to do your homework. It's a coloring sheet, right? Okay, So just think, if you're stuck on 6's, remember you can always use the associative property, you can decompose them, use the associative property, whatever works for you. Have a great rest of your day, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.